Okay, so let's talk about this. Y'all are gonna be so pissed when I tell you that the God you worship, Yah the Baoth, Jehovah Jireh, uh, number one, he's the God of chaos. Number two, in every esoteric occultic findings in the sacred text, guess what? God is teaching Solomon, Enoch, and the angels black magic. And you're going to be so pissed when you figure this out. Because here's the thing. Y'all did not read them Bibles. Y'all did not read the books. And in the book of Solomon, God God taught Solomon black magic. Sure did. But he kicked Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden. Yeah, right. No. And the fallen angels taught humans the same thing he taught Solomon? Nah, sweetie. No. And you're going to realize that Jesus Christ in those books and Yah the Baoth, Yahweh, Jehovah Jireh, Baal, Lord, whatever you call him, baby, they were teaching Solomon how to cast black magic. That's how I know you're serving the wrong God. And that's how I know that the God of chaos rules down here. That's why we are in chaos. We live in chaos. And with that being said, everything's a setup. Your entire life, your entire existence is a fucking setup. So, you got to understand that God told them, okay, the driving force behind black magic is hunger for power. Its ultimate aim was stated appropriately enough by the serpent in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were afraid that if they ate the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, they would die. But the serpent said, Ye shall not surely die, for God doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Now, how many times is God going to tell you that you are gods? But you keep overlooking this information. And you keep talking to me like I'm some dummy. And you keep overstepping your boundaries. Baby, well, let me tell you something. When you don't do your research, don't ever step to me. Don't ever step to me. This is basic knowledge. This is basic knowledge. How are you missing out on basic knowledge 101? God said that you are gods, but yet you are up here celebrating him and Jesus as a deity. God told you also to worship no man, follow no man. Now all of a sudden you got a president, a preacher, a doctor, a leader, a mentor. You got a deity. You got all this shit that he told you not to follow. Sweetheart, gods don't worship other gods. That's why you can have no other God. That's why he told you to serve no other God, because he'll get jealous. Hello? Connect the fucking dots. And if he keeps all these slaves from opening their God gene, which is the VMAT22 gene, okay? You can look this up. Scientific physic fact. If you unlock that gene and you become the best to rule supreme, you'll be another god to the assembly of gods. And these gods know that. So they keep the club to a minimum. Have you noticed all the elites, all the rich people? They are what we would call the gods, because they've locked the code to the currency of money. Okay? So that's why the rich people run the world, because they've tapped into their god selves and they know how to master money. Okay? But also in doing so, a lot of them are fallen angels and entities from other planets, and they come and cohabitate this place. All right? In doing so, the billionaires, the rich elite, know that they need worker bees to mine and harvest this planet. Okay? This gold mine. That's why America is Kemet. America is Egypt. America is Africa. It's on one big Pangea. It's a continental shift. Okay? And the tectonic plate got broken up because the Watchers, the Archons, were literally using frequencies to break up the Sheol. Okay, the firmament, like cement. See the roots word etymology of those words, mint, cement. What does cement mean? What does firmament means? Meaning concrete, firm, immovable, flat piece of slab. Flat piece of slab. That's why we live on a what? Flat piece of slab. We don't rotate. Sun doesn't go round and round and round. Somebody lied to you. Let me tell you how I know the earth is flat. Because Alaska goes without sun for 2 months. So you telling me if the world goes round and round and round and round and round and round, and all of a sudden it just skips Alaska? No, even though we originally have 2 suns, okay, and the original sun is black, but you're telling me that one sun that we supposedly had said, nah, I'm not going to Alaska for 2 months. Fuck you, Alaska. Get the fuck out of here. They're lying to you. They are lying to you. That's why we need the Bible from 1775 that literally states there's no need for a church or a state or a police officer or a preacher because you are God's. Act accordingly. Okay? And then they gave you the Protestant Reformation, of where they literally said, you know what? Fuck this. Let's make money off their stupidity and let's make them pay for their soul. And they put a price tag on your soul. And they told you to join your cults, whether it be Catholic, Islam, or Judeo, or Kabbalah, or Orthodox, or Amish. No matter what your cult is, they said fall in line. Okay? So wake the fuck up. You know what's going on here. But the fact that God said that you are God's and you still deny it and you argue with me about it is insanity because I'm waking you up. Anywho, so you need to know the sacred texts, which are grimoires. And all of these grimoires, they are packed with prayers to God and the angels, fasting and self-mortification and ostentatious piety, and the principal process of the grimoire of Honorius, which is usually considered most diabolical of them all. Okay, so it's just them having a bunch of mass, bunch of rituals, and all of the grimoires and all of the old Bibles. It was just a bunch of spells created by a bunch of old Jewish white men who were praying to Yaldabaoth, Yah, the child of chaos, the god of chaos. That's what nobody's catching on to. Nobody's catching on to. That the Slavics came out of the goddamn cave. The Nordic aliens came out the cave. And when they had to blend in, they had to literally say, okay, hey, I have to adapt to my environment around me. And that's how our identity was stolen. Our land was stolen. Our resource was stolen. Our knowledge was stolen. Our history was stolen. Everything was stolen. Why do you think men are trying to be women today? Imposter spirits. Yes, you have entities coming from the ether realm, coming from Sheol, coming from purgatory, coming from the ether. You have other spirits trying to get in. And when they come in, they need a vessel. They need a meat suit. Okay, they need a car. And they hijack your consciousness. They hijack your body. They hijack your mind and your soul. Now, with that being said, you are God. You are supposed to liberate yourself and save yourself. And that makes you the complete man. When you do this, and then this is why nobody has any magic. It is not merely that people are naturally declined to pin nasty labels on themselves, that the human mind can always find excellent reasons for evoking the devil or killing an enemy or causing harm and destruction. The magician sets out to conquer the universe. To succeed, he must make himself master of everything and anything, meaning you got to make yourself the master of evil, master of good, master of cruelty, master of wellness, master of mercy, master of pain, and master of pleasure. Deep at heart of the magical outlook is the pagan but not ignoble conviction that everything has its place and function in the order of the universe, and that all types of experience are potentially rewarding. The complete man, which is that the magician attempts to be, is the man who has the experience and mastered all things. That's why I told you, you have to achieve nirvana. You have to attain Christ consciousness in order to ascend to your highest, truest God self. And I'm going to unlock you. I have to unlock you, and I know how to unlock you, and I'm unlocking you right now. I am ascending you to your highest, truest self, and I'm raising your consciousness because it's time to go. Okay? Um, now, the world is a machine of design, okay? Design or machine. The magic in the universe is a human organism in a colossal scale, just as all other facets of a man's character and behavior, aspects of a single personality, so all the phenomenon of the universe and aspects are some one thing which underlies and connects them. This one thing is being a force, a substance, a principle, or something which is not possible to describe in words at all. It is the one, or God. The universe and everything in it constitutes God. The universe is gigantic human organism, and the man is a tiny image of it, a toy replica of God. Because he's a miniature of the universe, by a process of spiritual expansion, a man can mystically extend his own being to cover the entire world and subject it to his will. It is because all things are aspects of one thing that all things are grist to a magician's meal. The complete man who has experienced and mastered all things has vanquished nature and mounted higher than the heavens before him. He has reached the center where man becomes God, and the achievement of this is the great work, the supreme magical operation which may take lifetime or many lifetimes to complete. So, if you don't get it right this lifetime, you'll get it right the next time. But you have to master thyself. You have to know thyself. You are the magician. You are to cast magic just like God is doing his goddamn self. Just like Solomon is doing. Just like Enoch was doing. Just like Melchizedek was doing. Just like Metatron was doing. Just like Thoth and Tahuti and Isis and Anu and Ra. All of them who achieved Christ consciousness did it. You have to do it too. Okay? You have to master thyself. Know thyself, because the temple of God resides within you. Okay? And the temple cannot be built by mortal hands. So there you have it. There you have it. God said you are God's. Why are you acting so basic? Why are you acting like a muggle? You're getting on my nerves. But I'm going to go ahead and wake you up though, Neo. I'm going to go ahead and wake you the fuck on up. Don't forget me when you ascend either. But there you have it. The gist of it. The gist of it. I'm giving you the mysteries of the universe. You're welcome.